the constitution now. I'm not with the constitution now, but despite me not being with the constitution, I trust and believe maybe I still remember my constitution very well. The Supreme Court is established by Article 124 of the Constitution of Zambia, and the jurisdiction can be found in Article 125. When we're talking about the jurisdiction, it is the final court of appeal subject to Article 128, that is, except to matters which are under the exclusive jurisdiction of the Constitutional Court, the Supreme Court is the final court of appeal. It has also jurisdiction to hear appeals from the Court of Appeal, and it also has jurisdiction which may be conferred to it by any other law. What does that mean? It means that if maybe a matter, appeals which are coming from the Court of Appeal go to the High Court. No, go to the Supreme Court. And also there are some other statutes which confer jurisdiction to the Supreme Court. I would like to give you maybe an example of Article 28 of the Constitution of Zambia. According to Article 28, it gives the matters to do with the Bill of Rights. If maybe you feel like your rights are about to be infringed, you take them to the what? To the High Court. All right. I'm seeing that our lecturer has come in is in our midst. Let me not waste much of his time. He can take it up. Thank you very much, Professor Chukunoso. You can, the stage is yours, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible. You were very much audible.
Hello?
So we can hear you. You can proceed. You're very much audible.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you. Today I shall be discussing the quorum in the courtroom. And I shall be touching some things that though is not written most time, but it's good to lawyers and law students to know about it. I shall be talking the spirituality of courts, but I first of all discuss the decorum. Lawyer should respect himself. As in, you should respect your fellow lawyers. You don't use you don't profane. You don't use profanity, abusive words, foul words on your fellow lawyers. And they don't talk when courts are talking. You should learn how to keep quiet when court, and you don't argue with the court. Lawyers should always be properly robed and appearing in the court. As in, when you appear, you don't just wear maybe your black and white, or maybe your black and white tie and suit. No, you should be robed. You should wear that lawyer's attire. That's part of the quorum. You should know how to address the court. Your Honor, His Lordship, my Lord, depending, her Lord. Some female judges will tell you that he's not that he must always call me my lady. Though depending the court, so you should always be appointed with the how to be addressing the particular court, depending on, because every court has its own name they call the judge. Courtroom etiquettes. This it refers to how to dress and behave while in the courthouse or courtroom, whether you are a participant or a witness, a jury or a spectator. That's etiquette. You should always try to come to court early before the judge, not after the judge entering the court. You are just coming. Sorry, you start saying, sorry, my lord, sorry, my lord. No, that's part of the respect you give to the court. In other words, you should always try to. And if you want to correct maybe the judge, use your wisdom. You don't just say you've made, no, there's how to correct. Use your wisdom. You don't behave anyhow. Because some judges tolerate, some of them don't tolerate at all, depending the judge. So once you're in the court, you should know that you're in another world. But not to fear. You don't need to fear. You should be fearless. You should be outspoken. You should be outspoken. One of the things you should know again is you should know how to tackle your colleague or your opponent. If there's anything, you can still seek the leave of the court, which is the excuse. You can excuse the court. You can object. Objection, my lord. Leave of the court. You should allow the court to permit you. Not just once, not just if you just take the excuse. The excuse must be permitted. You just start doing no. The excuse must be permitted. The judge will say, okay, objection overruled, objection sustained. If your objection is sustained, you continue. So depending, it's overruled, you leave it. So that's one of the respects you give. Very important thing I want to address, I want to talk about now, is you should try to be spiritual. I'm sorry to say this, most lawyers will not tell you this, one time because of my level. Spirituality aspect of it I'm talking about is not for you to start killing your fellow lawyers, but you know, some people are using some spiritual powers to come and intimidate others. I'll give you an example. There was a day in the court. You see a lawyer talking, the lawyer will not stop talking, he will say, oh, the court ordered to that lawyer to be slapped. As they slapped the lawyer, he got himself, started talking against more time, the mouth was seized. So especially when you are dealing with land cases, land issues, that's where we meet all these more spiritual things. So as a lawyer, if you want to go far, you must be spiritually equipped. You don't just come anyhow, because most people are carrying a lot of things, a lot of demons. So you need to be equipped. That's another thing that will take you high, because some people are good, but due to because they are not spiritually equipped, they'll be destroyed. Sometimes we may be going to court, you have accidents. That's part of spirituality we're talking about. Sometimes maybe going to court, they will send assassinators. To be a lawyer is not a small case. It is where if you go into court, they will send assassinators, assassinate you. There's one you'll be receiving some calls, some messages that you should not even try that case. You will die. You will die. So all these things are part of the challenges we have. So that is the reason why you should be fearless. You should equip yourself both spiritually and physically. You should have connections. Connection, I mean that have people who matter in government. You should have people who matter in government. You should have people because there's a lot of attack. It could come from anywhere. But no, he hardly hear all this spirituality I'm talking. He hardly hear it from people. They always hide it because that is their success. Most of the that is their success. So there's a lot of things in the courts. There's a lot of attack. There's a lot of things. That time that there's a case to handle. So they told him not to handle the case that he will die. I remember this one now. So that time later, he said he refused. They go and warn the father. Not a small matter. So the father had to warn him. He did not attend. He did not. He did not. That's the reason. That's the reason why some people don't attend some cases. Some people maybe use okay. For instance, now a criminal may even approach you. But another thing again that makes some lawyers to lose cases is that their client may not tell them the truth. They will just come and lie. Once you start lying to your lawyers, you started losing your case. You will fail. So you better say the truth. But another problem is again, there's some lawyers who still say the truth. They will reject the case. I have a lawyer that I want to remember exactly what happened in that case. The lawyer came, the person killed someone. I've forgotten the disputes or the conflict they had. But he killed the person. He killed the lawyer. He was telling the lawyer that he killed the person. And I said, and he killed the person. How you got to be telling me you killed the person? Say yes. So that lawyer said, that lawyer said, I cannot defend the case. No, but he had to refer him to another man. That man defended the case. So there's a lot of things. But the most important thing is that once your client comes, tell your client to tell you the truth. Because it is that truth that will make you to win the case. Once you lie, there's some things the opponents will say you will thrown off balance. You don't even know about it, and it should tell you everything. Nothing should be left. Nothing should be left untouched. Most important thing is that you don't expose whatever your client tells you. You don't expose. You don't tell it to anybody. It is a secret between you and him, and you don't use it against him. Even if he tells you he killed someone, you don't try that. It's against the law. So whatever secret or whatever he tells you is a secret. You don't need to reveal to the reason of them telling you the secrets for you to use it to favor them, not to use it against them. Because if you try that, if you're sued or if you're reported to the Zambian Bar Association, you are in trouble. So you should keep it secret and know how to use it to do what? To defend him or her. And all this is part of the things you learn in Moot Court, so that it will help you after the Moot Court. After the Moot Court. So I'm checking if there's anything I did not touch here. I'm checking if there's anything I've not touched here. Avoid all disparaging personal remarks or acclaiming towards opposing counsel. Remember to be roped, very important. Because sometimes one of the problems of roping, if for instance now you may not rope and want to defend, the court will tell you are naked. Some court will even tell you, I'm not seeing you. What it means that you're not dressing well. That you did not rope. So that's so one of the reasons of this decorum is for the court to rest, because once court notice that you are respectful, they will like you. You must maintain order. And one of the problems of this decorum is that once you are not, one of these problems of decorum is that once a judge hates you, once a judge hates you, it is a problem to you.
Hello, sir. We can't hear you.
Okay. Once a judge hates you, it is a problem, because it is not good to a judge to hate you or to have biased mind towards you. It will make you whatever you say may not, even if you, even when you are saying the point, it will not, it will not please him or her. So whatever judge say thank you, thank you. So, but if he doesn't, you can still report the judge to the MBA, the what's it called, Zambian Bar Association. Any association, are you getting me? They can treat the fuck of them. You don't do it on your own. Report to your association. They will treat it well. They need to call his attention to that. The another thing again is that if you notice maybe what judge is doing that is not good, say judge has even their own association, judicial council. You can report the judge to judicial council. It is allowed. You can petition any judge. Instead of you arguing with him or her, instead of arguing with the court, it's just better petition. If you notice any illegality, anything that is not according to the law, if you use that, if you notice, you can petition the judge. They will query him or her. So you don't even need, because what do you know why? There are some things you may like here in Nigeria. This happened last year, December. I think it's just a recent case. A judge was quarreling with a lawyer was defending himself. The judge intimidated the lawyer and jailed the lawyer. It is a small matter. So it was what's it called? Nigerian Bar Association that rescued the lawyer, jailed the lawyer, and he wanted to lie. He don't know that they were recording it. That's why I thank God for this technology. Thank God for this technology. He has already lied against the lawyer self. Lawyer did it. Why the lawyer was defending himself? Just hatred. He jailed the lawyer. The lawyer stayed in jail for about weeks. Isn't a month or thereabout. So this is one of these are the challenges we are having. So thank God for association of thank God MBA, Nigerian Bar Association. They have to rescue the lawyer. If he's not, so that's the reason why it's not good for you to start exchanging words with them. Just leave them. Let's see, just petition to National Judicial Council. They will query him or her. Then another thing you do, if you notice some bias, change. We have court 1, court 2, court 3. Notice that court 1 is the petition. You can petition even that the court. You can petition to the person that is heading the court. They will switch you to another judge. You can petition, say that I notice that this judge has interest or is biased in this case. They will change the judge. Simple. That's the best way to do it. So some people can be biased. So this is one of these are the challenges you are having in the courts. Sometimes we have even bribing challenge. That's why I say once you notice anything, like you can just change. Disallow for you to change from one court to another. So that's it. So if you have any question, you can still ask me. I think I'm done with this summary.
Sir, I feel if there are questions, perhaps they will be asked in the WhatsApp group, unless there's anyone who wants to say anything. I feel we can end the meeting.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.